Hey, what is going on? It has been way too long and it's a little windy. Hopefully you can hear me, but I'm back at it with another hiking video. I'm at the top of Birdsong Trail. Now, I've featured this trail on this channel before, but something kind of significant happened. You wouldn't know it walking down this portion of the trail, but a few weeks ago, there was a fire happened just over there, and I'm gonna go check out the damage. This fire hit a little close to home, literally. In fact, one street above me was evacuated from it. Luckily, no structures burned. And it was only a 15-acre fire, but when you have a fire in the middle of neighborhoods, 15 acres is quite a bit. So, two things about this hike. One is just a thank you to the first responders. In fact, there was 3 helicopters, 2 massive ones, a couple with buckets, one with a hose, and they were just dumping water on it. I have some footage of that I'll throw in here, but I didn't get them dumping the water, just kind of flying over, but it was quite hectic. The other thing I wanted to accomplish with this video is to talk about how cool it was that the community kind of came together. Red Cross set up very quickly in the church down the street. Of course, everyone was outside worrying about what would happen if this fire started spreading into the neighborhoods. It's kind of a shame on me, but I actually got to know several neighbors because of the fire. We were outside talking, sharing our concerns, sharing stories, introducing ourselves. I mean, and these are people that are just like right down the street, people I walk past every day when I'm out walking my dog. But a couple cool things happened. I had a few people who have actually watched these videos introduce themselves, and I thought that that was really cool. It was fun to say hi and talk and stuff. But anyway, it's just a short walk down into where the fire happened. But again, you would have no idea based on what we see here that this place was bustling with firefighters and emergency responders. So let's go into a little tree cave there, and I think once we come out on the other side, we'll see the damage. But one thing's for sure, it's good to get out here. It's good to be posting on this channel. Talking with people who have watched these videos made me realize that there are people that watch these videos and that I need to get out and make more. One individual told me that because of some of the mines I went in, they've gotten into exploring mines and have hit over 40 mines, not age, hit over 40 mines here in Utah and Nevada. With that being said, I'm glad that, these videos have inspired someone to go out and be adventurous. But in talking about mines, which there will be more in this channel, talking about mines, they are inherently dangerous. Yeah, it just feels good to be out here on the trails again. Now I've, hiked around a little bit without filming it, but this summer has been extremely hot and extremely dry, and that was part of the problem. And that's why the fire was able to start in the afternoon and just spread so quickly. Just so hot and dry, zero humidity. They've done some improvements to this trail since I have featured it on the channel in the past. There's kind of a creek that runs down through here. I bet it's been dry pretty much all summer, but since we are finally getting some rain, now there's a nice way to cross it. Another area, I don't know who did that, but it's kind of cool, these tiles. But I think once we come out up here, you'll actually be able to see the fire. And since it's cooling off, we're getting some moisture. The leaves are starting to turn. I hope they're good this year. I have a feeling it's going to be kind of a brown foliage. Oh yeah, you can see right through there some of the scarred hillside. We'll get out there. Oh yeah, the fire came up into here. Wow, looks like crews kind of came down through there and started heading it off, but you can still smell the char too. It's going to be a while before these trees grow back, especially with how dry summers have gotten and hot. God, you can still smell it. This was about 2 weeks ago. They just barely opened up this trail. So down there along the road is where it started, somewhere over in there. That's Valley Drive, and this was called the Valley Fire. Again, it burned 15 acres. God, you think you would be walking right into the flames with how much of it you can still smell. Looks like it burned all through there, kind of quick and hot. Who knows if these trees will survive? But now we're getting into where it really scorched. I mean, this was all grass, sagebrush. Now it's just like a moonscape. It's crazy. Yeah, normally this is just all foliage and trees, and now it's just bare. It's important to stay on the trail just because it's really fragile right now. With all this rain, could be mudslides, but this is unrecognizable. Crazy. Oh yeah, this is where it got scary. Hopefully you can hear me. I have a windscreen on, but there's wind coming out of the canyon. This is just all torched. Should look like that. And now, because there's no, oh man, hopefully you can hear me, but now because there's no vegetation, wind just whips right across here. If you've ever been to Craters of the Moon, that's what it looks like now. You wouldn't know it, but there are actually a bunch of houses. In fact, I know a guy that lives at the top of that hill. Flames just coming up to his backyard, but this is just torched. Look at that. Look at that contrast in that shot. It's crazy. Check this out. A couple of melted golf balls. I don't know how they made it up here. Maybe someone was hitting them off into the golf course, but that's kind of funny. Never would have saw those without the fire. Let's look down over this edge here. Yeah, so the fire just came climbing up this. Well, I'm walking straight into probably 15 mile an hour, 20 mile an hour wind. I just want to see the other side before we head back. I mean, you can only show so much of a burned landscape before it gets boring. But look at this. This area doesn't look as burned, but looks like vegetation's already starting to grow back. It's kind of an interesting shot. The fire just came up to a point. Now, right up in there, it flared back up, and that's actually what got scary. I don't know if you can see it. Let me zoom in. But there's some houses right up there. So they evacuated the neighborhood up there, let people come back, and then had to re-evacuate it because this is a really windy area, being at the mouth of a canyon. So I could see the flames lighting up the smoke from my house just right up there. My house isn't just right up there, but it was close. All right, we'll just come down here a little bit further and head back. This trail isn't very long. It's a fun one though, if you're in the Ogden area. Looks like we're out of the fire here. It's kind of like the last spot to burn. This crazy wind-blown arch tree here. That's pretty much it. But you can see how close it was to structures. That's Rainbow Gardens. House is all up there. Pretty gnarly. Here I am, just kind of in the middle of it all. The irony of it is that hillside burned 2 years ago. That's across the road and across the river, and that one had me spooked. I was like, oh no, what if it crosses the river? But now it's like, oh no, what if it lands in my neighborhood? But anyway, pretty crazy. I was eager to come check this out now that the trail's open. I'd encourage you to as well. It's important to kind of know what happens when fires burn through. Obviously, fires are a part of nature. This is going to be good for this area, kind of gives it a chance to restart. The only concern is mudslides. This is really sandy soil because it's, you know, deposits from thousands, millions of years of carving out of that canyon here. We're on like a deposit. Anyway, we won't get too much into geology because I probably don't know what I'm talking about. I'd encourage you to come check this out, but of course stay on the trail, don't make new trails, and come see what this is all about. Anyway, that does it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. It is great to be back out hiking now that it's cooled off. There'll be plenty more hiking in the fall, plenty more adventures. If you like this video, you know what to do. Hit that thumbs button, leave a comment down below. Have you ever been evacuated because of a fire in your neighborhood? And of course, while you're down there, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Have a great rest of your day.